It was supposed to be an exciting day for 7-year-old Kyron Horman. June 4th, 2010, was the day of Skyline Elementary School's annual science fair. Kyron, a bright and curious second grader, proudly displayed his project on red-eyed tree frogs. But by the end of the school day, Kyron was missing, sparking one of the most perplexing and heart-wrenching mysteries in recent history. His disappearance remains unsolved, leaving his family and an entire community searching for answers. The case quickly became the largest search operation in Oregon's history, drawing attention from law enforcement, the media, and the public. Yet despite extensive investigations and numerous theories, what happened to Kyron that day remains a haunting question. In this video, we'll take a closer look at the events leading to Kyron's disappearance, walk through the detailed timeline of that fateful day, and examine the investigation and theories that have emerged over the years. This is the story of Kyron Horman, a boy who vanished into thin air. Kyron Horman was born on September 9, 2002, in Portland, Oregon, to Desiree Young and Kane Horman. Desiree and Kane divorced before Kyron's birth, and Kane took on primary custody due to Desiree's health issues. Despite this arrangement, Desiree maintained a close relationship with her son, visiting him regularly. In 2007, Kane remarried Terri Horman, a former substitute teacher. Terri became Kyron's stepmother and was deeply involved in raising him. In 2008, the family welcomed a new addition, Kyron's half-sister, Kiara. Kyron was a quiet and shy child, with a passion for learning, especially in science. He was known for his curious mind and love for animals, which inspired his science fair project on red-eyed tree frogs. He attended Skyline Elementary, a small school near Forest Park, surrounded by dense woodlands. The area felt safe, close-knit, and welcoming, an unlikely setting for a tragedy. Let's walk through the detailed timeline of June 4, 2010, the day Kyron Horman vanished. 8 a.m. Kyron arrives at Skyline Elementary with his stepmother, Terri Horman, and his half-sister, Kiara. The school is lively with students, parents, and teachers attending the science fair. Kyron sets up his project in the gymnasium and eagerly prepares to present it. Terri takes a photo of Kyron standing proudly beside his display. This image, later shared on Facebook, becomes one of the most iconic and haunting symbols of his disappearance. 8:45 a.m. Terri claims she last sees Kyron walking down the hallway toward his classroom. According to her, he intended to drop off his backpack before returning to explore the science fair exhibits. However, Kyron never arrives at his classroom and is marked absent for the day. After leaving Skyline Elementary, Terri's movements are as follows. 9 a.m. to 10:10 a.m. Terri visits 2 Fred Meyer grocery stores, purchasing medicine for Kiara, who she claims was suffering from an earache. Terri drives around rural roads to soothe Kiara. This part of her timeline is unverified, and later, investigators find her cell phone pinged off a tower near Sauvie Island, a rural area 6 miles away from the school. 11:39 a.m. Terri arrives at a 24-hour fitness gym and works out for about an hour. 1:21 p.m. Terri returns home and posts the photo of Kyron at the science fair on Facebook. She later claims she had no idea anything was wrong at this time. 3:30 p.m. Terri and Kane walk to the bus stop to meet Kyron, expecting him to return home as usual. When Kyron doesn't get off the bus, they question the driver, who informs them that Kyron had not boarded the bus that day. Terri calls Skyline Elementary. The school secretary informs her that Kyron had been marked absent all day and had not been seen since the morning. 3:56 p.m. The school secretary contacts 911, officially reporting Kyron missing. This sets off a massive search effort. At 4:33 p.m., police arrive at Skyline Elementary and the Horman home. The initial search focuses on the school grounds, nearby fields, and surrounding wooded areas. 7 p.m. Multnomah County search and rescue teams are activated. Volunteers and professionals begin scouring a 2-mile radius around the school. 8:30 p.m. The FBI is officially notified and begins assisting with the search and investigation. Authorities deploy K-9 units, divers, and aerial surveillance to search nearby bodies of water and forests. Over the next several days, the search expands to Sauvie Island, a popular recreational area 6 miles from the school. Investigators do not disclose the reasons for focusing on this location, but it becomes a significant area of interest. Despite exhaustive efforts, no evidence of Kyron is found. From the very beginning, investigators focused heavily on Terri Horman as a person of interest. There were several key factors that raised suspicions about her involvement in Kyron's disappearance. First, her timeline for the morning of June 4th was inconsistent, with questions surrounding the unverified time she spent driving Kiara around. Additionally, Terri's cell phone had pinged off a tower near Sauvie Island, a location she had not mentioned to authorities. Her failure to pass 2 polygraph tests, along with her walking out of a third, further fueled doubts. To make matters more complicated, months before Kyron's disappearance, Terri was accused of attempting to hire a landscaper to kill her husband, Kyron Horman, though this claim was never proven. Despite the heavy scrutiny surrounding Terri, no conclusive evidence linked her directly to Kyron's vanishing. This has led to the emergence of several alternative theories about what could have happened to the young boy. One possibility is that Kyron was abducted by a stranger during the chaotic science fair. However, there was no evidence of forced entry or signs of abduction. Another theory suggests that Kyron may have wandered into the dense woods surrounding the school and become lost. Yet, given Kyron's poor eyesight and shy nature, many believe this scenario is unlikely. Lastly, there is the theory that someone Kyron trusted, possibly Terri or someone connected to her, may have been involved in his disappearance. However, this theory has also faced significant obstacles due to a lack of solid evidence. More than a decade later, Kyron Horman's case remains unsolved. Advances in forensic technology, including geospatial analysis and digital forensics, continue to be applied to the investigation, but no significant breakthroughs have been made. Kyron's mother, Desiree Young, remains a vocal advocate for her son. She organizes fundraisers, spearheads search efforts, and works tirelessly to keep Kyron's story in the public eye. The Multnomah County Sheriff's Office has stated the case remains open and active. A $50,000 reward is still being offered for information leading to Kyron's resolution. If you have any information, you're urged to contact the authorities. Kyron Horman was a bright, curious boy who loved science and had his whole life ahead of him. His disappearance remains one of the most heartbreaking and confounding mysteries of our time. How could a young boy vanish from a school without a trace? And why, more than a decade later, are we still searching for answers? Before you go, if you're as intrigued by mysteries and true crime stories as we are, make sure to hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you never miss a case. And if you're curious about more unsolved mysteries, check out our latest video on the disappearance of Susan Powell. Thank you for watching, and until next time, stay safe and stay curious.